Hi, in this episode I'm talking about the planning side of things and making it easier for your staff to get filming. Hi, I'm Nigel Main, the founder of Sales Exchange. Now, it's great to have loads of ideas, but it's important to get them down and then write them up into some form of logical plan. Now, it can be an exciting prospect to get out there and start filming, but filming what? What I want to do is I want to run through certain themes, i.e. what's your reason to do it? It could be, educational, sales, comment, whatever. What the objective is, so why are you doing it? Like, is it sales? Is it PR? Is it attraction? The format and style, location, schedule, script and duration, like the format and cues and stuff like that. Cast, staff or not, or extras. And then you've got things like A-roll, whether to use 1, 2 or 3 cameras, and B-roll, the supplemental stuff I talked about before, whether it should be your own or stock or come from an iPhone or staff phones or action cameras, that kind of thing. So let's get started. In terms of theme, it's about what you're going to shoot. What's the theme going to be about? Is it going to be educational? To teach people how to do stuff? Are you looking to sell? Or is it about comment or an interview? Is it going to be a one-off? Or is it going to be a series? And if it's going to be a series, how will you present it? So it really comes down to what your next thought needs to be about in terms of your objective. Is it to create PR and attract new prospects? And if it is, what should your call to action be? And if you've got a call to action, is it linking to a landing page? Is it about thought leadership, or is it just PR? And in terms of the call to action, is it a training video? Is it a product launch? Is it to sell product or services? So then you've got the format and style. So before you embark on your filming program, you need to determine if the video format is just going to be talking heads, or 2 people having a conversation, or 1 person interviewing another. Is it going to be an explainer video or a product video with some interesting filming angles and lighting, because you're looking at selling your product? You then have to really think about location. Once you've decided what you're going to film, the next decision is going to be to choose location. And if you've got your own office, that's great. And if it suits what you want to do, then, of course, you're going to use that. But if not, hire a studio. There's loads of them. Hire an office, hire a meeting room, hire a hotel room. I mean, these are pretty simple things to organise, as you already know. But the main thing is to create the right impression. And I think, if you're looking at that side of things, so you've got those things taken care of. Next up is deciding the schedule in advance. And you can do that as much or little as you want. But the more time you spend planning in advance means the less time you need to spend actually shooting. And this is, what we're doing now is an example of our production schedule. But they can be as intricate and as complex as you like. So the bottom line is the 5 Ps. Perfect preparation prevents poor performance. And I think really you've got to make sure that because you're not going to be doing it, they know what they're doing. And then you can let them get on with it. I mean, I'll cover this in a bit more detail in the next video. But then there's the cast. you need to decide who will appear in the video. And whilst we're not looking at casting couch issues or anything like that, it's important to decide which of your staff have got the aptitude and ability to appear relaxed and comfortable in front of the camera. So I suppose in a way it's like, don't forget there's nothing wrong with using actors either, to do the work for you, because at the end of the day this is all an act anyway. And it doesn't mean that you have to do everything, that you have to do all the acting and you have to get in front of the camera. But if you did, it would certainly mean that the personality of the business would come across loud and clear. And that's what this is all about, I think you've also got to think about scripting and the duration and format and cues. I mean, we're not talking film epic scripts here, but it's a serious part of the planning. And really no one can just wing it all the time when it comes to B2B filming, unless it's an interview, of course, or a podcast, and you've got 2 or more people involved, and then you get a bit of banter and kind of conversation going. But if one person's going to do all the talking, like I'm doing now, then you've got to invest some time in writing up what needs to be said. Even if they rehearse, then all well and good. But if not, it's definitely seriously worth using a teleprompter, which is what I'm using. We picked ours up for like 250 quid, and it gets used with an iPad, and it's a lifesaver. And I think if you know that a page of A4 takes about 4 minutes to read, 3 minutes thereabouts. It's pretty straightforward working out how long your productions are going to be. So there's no definitive duration, and agreed, more people might be prepared to watch a short video. But if you've identified your market, then a focused audience may watch a longer video. In a way, it kind of goes without saying. But there's also the matter of subtitles, which I mentioned this in an earlier video. According to Facebook, viewers, 80% of viewers watch videos in silence, the sound off. So again, advanced preparation is always going to be better than trying to get away with shortcutting the work. So I just want to touch on the subject of video structure, starting with BRoll. Now, it might seem pretty obvious to you, but there's BRoll, which is the main camera filming the talent, like we've got right here. But there's a bit more to it. So when shooting the main character or the people talking, it's good form to use a couple of cameras because it keeps the viewer engaged. The audio stays the same, but the camera angles change. It just makes it more interesting. If you've seen it before, there's a shot from the front and a shot from the left, and then you've got a close up from the front. But all these angles represent the BRoll filming the main subjects. And then there's the B-roll. And this is where additional video clips of other activities or people or pictures or products are inserted into the video to create more visual interest. And these kind of incidental clips enable you to cut away from the person who's still speaking, like I'm doing now. So the key takeaway is to film each of your intended B-roll clips for about, 15 to 20 seconds, even though you may only use a couple of seconds of each. But this is all about making your videos pleasing to the eye and engaging for the viewer. So this is your, I suppose the best way to describe it, your opportunity to shine. And using B-roll shows that you want to make this a great experience for your viewers, which in turn will be indicative of the way that you sell and serve your customers. And finally, there's the cameras. So whether you want to shoot with 1 or 2 or 3 cameras, using sliders and tripods and gimbals or handheld, deciding in advance, is all about the 5 Ps again. So I'm only talking from my own experience. We're using 2 identical cameras, like I mentioned before. And if we want a third, then we could use, say, an iPhone XS, which shoots in a RAW format, so that enables you to blend all of them together using the same color grading, which I mentioned before as well, without changing too much in the color. So it's really up to you, but it always comes down to keeping in mind that you're adding to or supplementing or even replacing some salespeople. This is, I think, an opportunity to create some great content whenever you feel the need to, and make it available 24/7. We all know, people are a revenue expense, and video can become your best sales ally, enabling you to output your accurate tone of voice as a business owner and know that people are getting to experience your sales style that made your business what it is today. So that's it from me for this episode. I hope you found it useful, and I will catch up with you in the next one. Bye for now.